Hey everybody, it's Monster, and thank you for joining me today. So, something you should know before we begin is that you will need to build my skeleton farm design from my channel. If you look, you'll find it, and I also have it in the description, just so we have a similar starting point. You'll be able to toggle between the bone and arrow farm and the music disc farm whenever you need to. So without further ado, here's a list of items that you'll need. Feel free to pause so you can get a good look, but be warned, you actually need 3 signs. I put 2 when I was recording because I'm an ignoramus. So, after you've used my skeleton farm tutorial, dig up a staircase on this side of the wall, upwards, just a normal staircase, all the way to the surface. The next step is to go back down and replace this block here with glass so you can see. At this exact spot, 2 blocks from the front wall, you're going to dig a 2x2 tunnel 8 blocks deep. So that is 3, 4, 5, and 6. Feel free to light it up. The next step is to go 1 block up here and dig an 8 block deep tunnel. So that would be 2 deep already. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Then dig 2 blocks to the left and 2 blocks to the right. That should open up into the water stream, and place a sign right here. The next step is to grab a temporary block to block off the water flow right there. Then dig out this block and replace it with a piston facing that direction. Dig out this block, place a piston there facing this direction. Walk to the other side, then place a redstone torch there and break your block. Go back to the AFK area and place a lever right here, flick it on. Go into the tunnel on a 3rd block to the right, start digging a little bit of a divot, and dig 1 up at the end like this. Place 1, 2, 3, 4 redstone dust there and have it loop around to the top. That should be 7 redstone dust in total, and the piston should activate. Now you should be able to toggle the stream with this lever. It directs the flow of the skeletons. Go ahead and put a torch here. Then dig out this little hallway area. That's 4 blocks you've dug out and 1 extra at the end. Place a sign like this, and a water bucket underneath the other sign. Staying in the same spot, you're going to dig out a tunnel like so, all the way until you hit the original hallway. Here you go. Then go 3 blocks in on the 3rd block, dig 1 up, and then dig the rest of the tunnel out 1. Oops, I broke that torch. It should look like this. Grab 3 building blocks, go back in this other tunnel, break the last redstone dust, place a block, put the redstone dust on top, then close the tunnel up. Go to the other tunnel, go underneath this lip and place a torch, then dig 3 blocks up underneath it, place a sign above the torch, pillar up with 2 temporary blocks, dig a 3x1 2 block deep area. Then once you're here, you're going to start making a staircase that's 4 blocks tall on each step. I repeat, 4 blocks above each step. This is critically important. Feel free to light it up only on the top here and continue all the way to the surface. If you've done this correctly, the other staircase should be right nearby. Okay, now go 2 blocks from this end. That's 1, 2. Dig a 2 block hole all the way down into the staircase again. Go back to the mouth of the staircase, place 1 water block on the 2nd step, and then cover it up. Alright, looking into the hole to the right, dig out blocks like this, 8 blocks away from the hole. Alright, that is 8. I just counted really fast. Then dig this pit 2 blocks down all the way to the end. Your pit should look like this when finished. Place 2 water sources at the very end, then trapdoors on all sides. Of course, make sure that they're opened up. This is your creeper trap. You're going to lure creepers in here, and they're going to flow all the way down to the bottom chamber. Back down below, you can break these 2 temporary blocks, go in this little hole at the end, dig down 2, place a sticky piston 2 blocks deep into the wall, then dig down 2 more, place your netherrack. You're going to want to get out of here now, so go ahead and dig up the side like this. Light that on fire, pillar back up, and place a block so the sticky piston can grab it. It should look like this. At the other end of the tunnel, you're going to start here and dig 4 blocks down like that. Place your water source in front of the sign and a slab above it. Then 2 blocks here to go with the 2 blocks on top like that. Grab 7 redstone and a lever and watch closely. You're going to dig a tunnel here 8 blocks deep. That's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. From the end of the tunnel, place 6 redstone dust. Place 1 block at the end, redstone dust on top, cover it up, place a lever. I don't have audio because it corrupted, but if you flick it, you should hear the piston activating. And that is the entire farm complete. And I'll show you how to use this, but this is what it should look like. To get your discs, wait till night and lure a creeper into this pit that you've dug. They should fall in pretty easy because they're not that smart. After they fall in, they should flow down the water slide. The reason it's a slide and not a straight drop is because you need to travel down the staircase with the creeper, otherwise it will despawn. So make sure that as soon as you trap one, you start heading down with it. Now that I'm down here, the creeper should fall in shortly. You can go to this other side and toggle that switch that redirects the flow of water. Wait for a skeleton to flow in. Flick it back. Looks like I actually caught 2 creepers, but it will still work. And I left this open. Make sure that's on so that the skeleton doesn't fall into the fire. That's for resetting a skeleton if it's bouncy or there's too many in there or you're done killing creepers. So I'm flicking this again, waiting for a skeleton to flow in, closing it. It should start shooting. A lot of the time they like to bounce up and down, but that won't stop them from shooting the creepers. It'll just be a little less efficient. If you get annoyed by that, you can flick this lever and it'll fall to its death. The creepers will never blow up the skeleton. Because that slab is there and they're bouncing in the water, it breaks their line of sight. They might start to hiss, but they will never blow up, or at least they haven't in my testing. No guarantees. Anyway, now that you have a skeleton, you can wait for them to kill both the creepers. It may take a minute, but once he kills them, you can flick this lever to get rid of the skeleton. It'll fall to his death, and a sheep fell in there. That happens, but the discs should flow to this side. Because you're always 2 blocks away from the creepers, you're never at risk of exploding. And that's the whole farm. The efficiency just depends on how many creepers you can get in a night. It can switch between a skeleton farm and a disc farm. If anything's unclear, comment and let me know. I made this as a challenge. There's only 2 discs and they're not that hard to get, but it would be neat to have a jukebox in every room of your house. So, see you guys later.